What's up, guys? Red Devil Ace, and hopefully everyone has had a good holiday season and Happy New Year. I've been wanting to come back to this channel for a really, really long time, and I want to dedicate and I want to promise myself to be more consistent on this channel because looking back at 2024, it wasn't really the best year for me for when it comes to YouTube and Twitch. So hopefully, like the light shining behind me, hopefully things can be brighter and things can be better. So I'm just want to try to do my best to be as consistent and as dedicated to this channel and on my Twitch channel as I've always wanted to be. So starting with this video, with the new year comes new games, and for people like me, comes new anime shows that we can sink our teeth into. And what better way to talk about anime shows when it comes to the main shonen 4 of each generation. Sorry. And as many anime fans know, that the main legendary shonen 4 is always going to be Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, and Dragon Ball. And since all four of the ones I'm about to mention are finally coming to an end, it seems like there's going to be a tonal shift when it comes to the new generation of the main shonen 4 that we'll talk about throughout this video. Because the modern shonen 4, as a lot of people may know and a lot of people may debate on, to me it's going to be My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, Black Clover, and shit. It was My Hero Academia, Black Clover, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Demon Slayer. That's what it was. Wow. The one anime and manga that I'm one volume away from collecting the complete series of is the one that left my mind. God, I really hope 2025 gets better in so many ways. And because the Demon Slayer manga ended, Jujutsu Kaisen is coming to a close, MHA is coming to a close, and Black Clover is nearing its end, it's about time we talk about what the new Shonen 4 is going to be starting with 2025. And there has been a lot of speculation going around the interwebs of what the main four shows are going to be. That's going to be replacing the modern Shonen 4, and in my opinion, and a lot of people have agreed on this, that the main new Shonen 4 will be Dandadan, Sakamoto Days, Gachiakuda, and Kagurabachi. Now, because and a lot of people say that, oh no, this show is gonna be part of the new Shonen 4, or not, oh, not that show, that one doesn't even have an anime yet. That may be true because Dandadan has just finished its first really messed up, screwed up first season. Because Jesus Christ, I'll probably get into why Dandadan is special in a bit. And Sakamoto Days, it's finally premiering on January 11th, which is kind of a bit of a time frame that I really want to get this video out before Sakamoto Days is finally revealed, and multiple anime studios biting at the bone on because they want to be the one to animate Kagurabachi. Now, what these new Shonen 4 are about, I'll give a brief summary. So, for starters, with everyone that is so unequivocally behind this one, Dandadan, is, in long story short, a show about aliens and ghosts. But the main point of the plot is about this girl named Momo Ayase that's struggling to find her one true love in life and ends up running to this guy named Okarun that is fascinated by aliens. And to coincide with Momo, she has a family history with people dealing with ghosts. And it kind of overlap one another in the first few episodes because Momo tries to investigate aliens while Okarun is investigating ghosts, and this whole back and forth thing happens. And I can't believe I'm gonna say this, and I can't believe anime and manga with this plot got so much attention. It goes into a scavenger hunt because the ghost that Okarun runs into ends up stealing his and his balls. I honestly cannot make this shit up even if I wanted to. This ghost, Turbo Granny, ends up taking this man's entire junk. And apparently apparently the ghost, I guess, kind of scattered parts of his junk around Japan, and it's up to Okarun, Momo, her grandmother, which is the new hot granny of anime right now, and Momo's childhood friend, I think his name is Gigi, that are gonna try to find this dude's balls. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, aside from the fact that Okarun's transformation looks like Kaneki went super, it's a pretty fascinating series through and through. I do own the first two volumes of it, so I did kind of read ahead, but I honestly kind of forgot because I have other things going on in the background, and I rewatched Dandadan season one, and it's a pretty good series, and I'm honestly kind of excited for season two. And Sakamoto Days. Now Sakamoto Days is basically John Wick married spy family in a way, because it centers around this man named Taro Sakamoto, who used to be the most feared hitman in the world, or probably a thing only in Japan. But let's just say him for context, the number one hitman in the world, and runs into this normal chick and ends up changing his life. This is kind of like John Wick and the way the house husband in a way. This one badass dude that had everyone on the tip of their heels is now just a family man all of a sudden. That this one normal chick tamed one of the most violent and deadliest man on the planet. And but from what I mean about John Wick, it's about like I said before, about the man and the normal man and the deadliest hitman. And having Sakamoto ends up having to fight people from his past, and like old bosses, and people that actually want to kill Sakamoto so they can be number one. And it goes into this back and forth, like gunfights here, fist fights there. And the reason why I say Spy Family, one character can read minds. And Shin is a really fun character, and it's honestly, if you read the manga, it's honestly pretty funny how he can just see Sakamoto's imagination. When they first meet, he freaking thinks about all various ways of trying to kill him, and it's above all a really fantastic series, and I cannot wait for the anime to come out on January 11th, and I am getting the figurines that Bon Press are making right now. I'm gonna try to pre-order them as soon as I get the opportunity to. And when it comes to the third series, Gachakuda, it's a pretty interesting series to say the least. Like, it's definitely unique compared to the other three, since the other three, aside from Gachakuda, takes place on like realistic settings, like normal cities and stuff, but only the insanity ensues in the people itself. Gachakuda is the dystopian one of this main shonen 4, which follows a kid named Rudo, who is I guess like a dumpster diver in a world where if you get anything filthy or get anything from the trash, you are banished into the lower area of their world, which is the trash world. And uh, then this happens with protagonist Slug. He ends up getting caught trying to get a toy for his childhood friend, and ends up getting thrown into the trash world. And this is where it really ramps up, because now the trash world is infested with all these monsters and cleaners, and is kind of like a trashier version, in a good way, a trashier version of Soul Eater. Now, I may not know much from it, but read the first volume when you can. It is a pretty interesting series, and I'm honestly kind of curious how they're going to continue after the first one. And they do, and there are multiple volumes out for Gachakuda. But yeah, this is basically if Dandadan doesn't get any freakier, this is basically the Jujutsu Kaisen of the main Shonen 4. And saving the best for last is Kagurabachi. Now, Kagurabachi is definitely the Demon Slayer of the new Shonen 4, because it falls around this kid who is going on a revenge-driven journey to kill the Yakuza that murdered his father. But the real beauty of the series is with the swords that they use. Now, the swords were obviously made by the protagonist's father, who ends up getting killed. But these swords are enchanted swords, combining steel with enchantments. And I've only gotten the first volume of this one, and it is an awesome volume to read. I cannot recommend this series enough. If you want something new and a series that is starting to get its anime and you want to read ahead on the hype, get Kagurabachi, because this is an amazing series. And it kind of blends Demon Slayer, and it's a kind of a bit of Chainsaw Manish. And if you read the first volume, you'll know what I mean by that, considering that even the people themselves are considered death traps for the protagonist. And also, it kind of goes without saying that when it comes to anime, there's always going to be that one protagonist that's so freaking dense in the head and just doesn't give a shit about building relationships or anything like that. But yeah. Now, do I firmly believe that Dandadan, Sakamoto's Gachikura, and Kagurabachi are going to be the main shonen four? I firmly am believe that's the case because these four are getting animes on similar time frames. The release of the first episodes were kind of close together, kind of similar to MHA, Demon Slayer, Black Clover, and Jujutsu Kaisen. Even though I think Jujutsu Kaisen came a bit later than the rest of the three. But above all else, I firmly do believe that these four are going to be the four of their generation moving forward into 2025, and it kind of presents a certain theme because when it comes to the legendary shonen 4, it kind of all four shows have this like lightheartedness to it with amazing characters, not giving in too much on the plot, and just overall high octane action. And when it came to the modern shonen 4, that's Demon Slayer, MHA, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Black Clover, it mostly focused more on its characters more than its plot. And I think a lot of people can agree with me on this, that they focus more on character development, backstories, and overall personal journeys for each character in its series. And from the theme I got from Dandadan, Kagurabachi, Gachakura, and Sakamoto Days, things are gonna continuously get darker. And a lot more crazier from the looks of it. Because when I first read the first volume from these four series, I kind of got this feeling of dread in the back of my head that something's gonna get messed up. It's gonna be absolutely graphic, gory, and this is something I've been waiting for the longest time. Because even though I may love shows like Demon Slayer, Hajime no Ippo, and and Windbreaker, I grew up reading Berserk, and I love Chainsaw Man, and I'm tired. Like, this is a personal opinion. I'm really tired of parents saying that anime is only for kids, and once they figure out what these four shows are about, and these four are gonna get a blasphemous amounts of publicity once their shows come out. I honestly cannot wait for what the coming years are going to be. But since this is the beginning of the year and things are just starting to ramp up in the animated world, just watch anime and be happy. And I know 2024 has been really difficult for a lot of people in both emotional, physical, and mental aspects. So if there's anyone watching this, just try to persevere, follow your passions, and make a promise to yourself in 2025. Because once again, I feel like 2025 is kind of in limbo right now since things were getting extremely crazy for coming to the end of the year, and like, it's time to lighten the load, get crap off of your back, and dive in dive into what makes you happy. So that's gonna be this video for the main Shonen 4. I will try to make more videos like this in future because I just love talking about anime. And if you have any thoughts of Gachakura, Kagurabachi, Sakamoto Days, and Dandadan, please leave it down in the comments down below. I would love to hear your opinion on what you guys think is going to be the main Shonen 4 moving into 2025. And I'm in the process of trying to build a Discord server so I can have people debate on video games, anime, comics. I just want to try to build a small community, or a community as big as I can, of just people who just love the same thing. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, please like, share, and subscribe, and follow my Twitch channel. That's at Red Devil Ace with the number 1 at the end. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Like always, to get the blood boiling and the heart pumping. My name is Red Devil Ace, and I'll see you all next time.